Let's go through how to get students self-enrolled in USATestprep. Now, it is possible for you to add students and just create their accounts, but what I would suggest is having them go through and self-enroll because it's much easier for the teacher and it's a faster process overall. In order to do that, you need your account ID and the student activation code. So I'm going to show you where you can find this in your teacher account. So I'm logged into my teacher account, and these options here should appear for you, and you'll want to click on account information. And it will tell you the account ID and the student activation code. That's the part that you need. You need the student activation code. Now, these are school specific. So the account ID and the student activation code will change by school. So make sure you have your school's account ID and student activation. If you can't find this information, feel free to contact me. I'll provide it for you, but you should be able to locate it in your account. I would write that on your board, project it some way so that your students can see it. Then have your students go to Clever, and under the applications, they'll want to go to USATestprep. Whenever they do that, it takes them to the member login page, but instead of logging in, they don't have an account yet. They'll want to go to this next option, Create Account. And this is where you'll have to provide them with the account ID and the student activation code. So I'm just going to go over here and copy that so that I can show you how this works. So I've got my student activation code, check activation code, and then they can go through and set up their own username. So I'm just going to put test student 2 because I already have one. And then they set their own password. And then they'll put in the first name, last name, and all of that information. Their grade level, so let me just select 9th grade. And then I would suggest that they put in their email address. The reason for this is because from an administrative end, if they forget their password, it can be emailed to them. Also, it makes sure that we can get a hold of them through USATestprep if they have any issues. They'll have to click agree and create account. Once they do, it tells them their login and all of their information. They'll go and log in. Now that they're logged in, you'll notice they don't have any classes. The easiest thing to do is click join a class, and they choose a teacher. So let's just say test teacher, and then they'll need to join the class. This is where if you have a class password, it'll protect against students actually enrolling in your class that shouldn't be in there. So for this one, I've set the class password, join class, and now that student's in there ready to go. If you have any questions about this process, just let me know.